I'm here with the first transfer video of the new year.
As we enter the month of January, the transfer window is now open in the major European leagues. We are focusing on transfer videos once again. Some may say, "Are you still sick?" Yes, unfortunately, I am still unwell.
Before we delve into the transfer news in our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay instantly informed about all transfer updates and other football videos.
If you'd like to show support, you can also like the video and turn on notifications. Enjoy watching.
The Saudi Arabian Football Federation is taking new steps to enhance the brand value of the country's football and league. One of these steps involves the issue of foreign player regulations. Initially, they were allowed to have a maximum of 8 foreign players, but now they are completely lifting the restrictions on foreign player transfers. The financial resources allocated for transfers will also remain unchanged, meaning they will continue to invest money.
They are heading in a completely different direction.
Under the management of Jorge Jesus, Al Hilal is interested in having Hakan Çalhanoğlu in its squad. They have offered a 4-year contract worth a total of €72 million, with an annual salary of €18 million.
However, Hakan has not accepted this offer.
He is focused on pursuing the championship in Serie A with his current leading team and aiming for success in the Champions League.
Currently playing for Al Ahly in the Saudi Arabian League, Mary Demiral could return to the Italian league. According to La Gazzetta Sport, Napoli is the main contender for his signature.
Looking at his career, returning to Europe is crucial for him. Karim Benzema, who signed with Al Ittihad from Saudi Arabian teams for a hefty salary at the beginning of the season, is considering leaving the team.
Following a 5-2 loss to Al Nassr, he faced intense criticism from fans and even closed his social media accounts.
Subsequently, he managed to recover and left the country.
He is not considering a return.
Winning the Ballon d'Or and ending his career in Saudi Arabia for financial reasons seemed like a good option to him, but he must have realized he made a mistake.
Another player considering leaving Saudi Arabia is Roberto Firmino, who joined this summer.
Other Saudi Arabian teams like Al Shabab and Al Ittihad are interested, but his main goal is to leave the Arab territories. In England, Sheffield United is the leading contender.
Real Madrid's interest in Mbappe is diminishing day by day, but they will make one final attempt.
They will offer a signing bonus of €130 million and a contract worth €27 million annually.
If it is not accepted, they won't renew the offer.
It's unclear if Mbappe has the idea of staying with the team, but if Real doesn't work out, there are other suitors, including Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal closely monitoring the situation.
Barcelona could also be a potential destination. Another target for the Real Madrid management was Haaland.
If a pre-agreement for the end of the season cannot be reached with Mbappe, Haaland will become the main target. Haaland has a release clause of €200 million, valid from the summer of 2024.
Looking to make a wing transfer, Liverpool is considering acquiring Rafael Leao from Milan.
With his renewed contract, he has a release clause of €175 million, making it unlikely for Liverpool to pay this amount. Therefore, there is a possibility of a swap deal, which includes Luis Diaz. The parties are continuing their negotiations. With the arrival of the new year, Paulo Dybala's release clause of €13 million has become active. However, this release clause is only applicable to foreign clubs. In other words, this option is not valid for another team within Italy. Nevertheless, he could transfer to a club outside the country.
Arsenal is interested in the Dutch centre-back De Ligt from Bayern Munich. If De Ligt departs, they have the goal of acquiring Raphael Varane, who is expected to leave Manchester United, as his replacement.
Barcelona, facing several injuries in their midfield, is considering several options to expand their rotation in that area. One name on their list is Thiago Alcantara, a former player who hasn't had a chance to play for Liverpool this year. They could easily acquire him without any issues regarding the transfer fee, but he has a hefty salary of over €10 million. They are in talks to acquire Girona's captain, Alex Garcia, who has been challenging for the top spot in La Liga this season.
Although there is a release clause of €20 million, Barcelona is in negotiations with Girona's management to avoid paying this amount.
Additionally, Barcelona is interested in Aston Villa's rising star, Douglas Luiz, but I don't think they can afford the asking price of €100 million. Barcelona is considering Greenwood, who played on loan at Getafe this year, for the wing position. They are willing to offer €40 million and even sacrifice Messi's number 10 jersey. If they can secure the deal, Greenwood will wear the number 10 shirt.
PSG management is planning to part ways with their left-back Layvin Kurzawa and forward Hugo Ekitike during the winter break. They aim to sell Kurzawa outright, but regarding Ekitike, their priority is to loan him out.
Nuri Sahin, who transitioned from being a player to a coach at Antalyaspor, has now moved to Borussia Dortmund after numerous successes. When I say moved, it's because they received a transfer fee of €500,000. This marks the first time in Antalyaspor's history that money has been earned from a head coach. There, he will serve as Edin Terzic's assistant for 6 months before eventually becoming the team's head coach.
The first major transfer of 2024 is set to be Ivan Toney.
Arsenal suffered a defeat to Fulham as they pursued the goal of winning the championship.
It's been a tough year for them, and they need a more creative forward than Jesus or Nketiah. Ivan Toney received a ban due to betting until January 17th.
He hasn't played football for more than 7 months. As soon as the ban is lifted, he could transfer to Arsenal the next day. The Gunners will offer swap deals to reduce the price from €100 million.
Manchester United will try to sell players before making any purchases in the January transfer window. Firstly, they have sent Van de Beek away.
The official announcement has been made, and Frankfurt has added the 26-year-old Dutch player to their squad. The transfer is a loan, with purchase clauses slightly above €12 million.
They are waiting for offers for names like Anthony Martial and Jadon Sancho.
If they don't sell Martial, he will be available for free next season. If they don't sell Sancho, he will continue to be left out of the squad.
They are not insisting on a change of coach.
In the comments, it has been written that we are enemies of United, but our concern is only about Erik ten Hag because no one else has been given a chance like him. By the way, coaches like Zidane and Conte are available, but I think United should consider a new coach before planning the squad. Premier League team Liverpool has announced the recall of their player Fabio Carvalho, who was loaned to Leipzig at the beginning of the season.
After the transfer of Elif Elmas from Napoli, Fabio Carvalho's already limited playing time has decreased even more.
Liverpool, not satisfied with the playing time their player is getting in the Premier League, has decided to recall him.
Who will Chelsea sign?
They are also in search of a forward, with Osimhen being the primary and most serious candidate.
The questions of how much they are willing to spend and whether they can finalize this transfer in January remain unanswered. We will see in the coming days.
Bayern Munich are set to rival Manchester United, Newcastle and Tottenham for Stuttgart sensation Serhou Guirassy.
Guirassy has drawn a host of admirers after shining for Stuttgart in the Bundesliga.
The 27-year-old has scored 17 goals in the German top flight, meaning only Harry Kane has outscored him in the league so far this season. Bayern have now joined the race for his signature and could be willing to pay the €19 million release clause in his contract.
Bayern aren't the only club keen on Guirassy.
Premier League sides Manchester United, Newcastle and Tottenham are also interested as all three teams look to boost their attacking options in the January transfer window. Stuttgart have tried to offer Guirassy a new deal, with an increased release clause, but the contract offer was turned down by the forward.
Guirassy has spoken about his future and admits he could be tempted by a top club.
I cannot hide these things. Everyone knows the Premier League is one of the most competitive leagues in the world,
but at this time I don't close any doors.
There are some very big teams in Europe and it's not focused only on the Premier League. At Stuttgart we have such a good team and everything is possible in football. If we can continue to be humble like we have been so far, then we have a good chance.